Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, we're in the office. It was raining when I first got here. Sounded like it's died off, so we got to get outside and get to work. I want to take a couple of minutes and fill you in on a little bit of insight on what's going on. This video is probably going to be a little bit different. Unfortunately, me talking, but I'm going to try to get you different aspects while we're doing it. We've got a flat tire on the sprayer. I have no idea what's wrong with that. I run it completely off the rim. I don't know if I ran over something or what, so we got to get onto that. I need to get it hooked back to the tractor, get the bush hog off. You may have seen some of this in a live stream already. If I decided to do that, answer some of these questions and divulge some of the information. If you caught that, great. If I did it, if you didn't, or I didn't do it, then this will be new. We had some issues planting corn. I said that in the comments, and a couple of you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm honored and blessed. It's growing, and it's growing very well, but I'll explain what went wrong and what I did wrong that is really irreversible at this point and has pushed me to the point of making the decision that I've made. So let me get myself together here, change shirts, and we'll get out here and get started, see if we can get this tire and wheel off the planter. I'll tell you a little bit about that while we're working, and then we'll go down and see the crop and tell you about a few other things. Stay tuned. Well, we've had 1.5 inches since Saturday. That was the 7th day of the corn. And it just started pouring right now. We're supposed to have quite a bit of storms and thunderstorms this week. I can see the corn from here though. I was wanting to go down there and look at it. We'll see. We got a 4-lane highway back there at the back side of the property. I've shown you before on the drone. I just heard a whole lot of metal crunching, it sounded like. I don't know if it was a trailer with a lot of loose cargo went across the bridge back there, or if there was a horrendous crash. So I haven't heard any sirens yet, so hopefully everything's good. I can't get to it or see it, so no need for me to try to go back that way, but hopefully everybody's okay. Everybody drives too fast. So yes, I've had this off, my new tire, like we talked about. But why am I worried about the sprayer tire? Well, it needs to be fixed, number one. And number two, we might use it tomorrow. What in the world would I be using the sprayer for? I know, that's what I keep telling myself too. What in the world? But let's go down here to the shop and see if I can get this off get the tube out of it and see if the valve stem got messed up or if something poked my brand new tire. Well, it's got a little hole in it right here at the seam. Must have crossed the valve stem somewhere. Yeah, right there. It honestly just looks like a part where the tube came into. I'm gonna look all around the tire. I thought maybe I had ran over a T-post because there was one sticking up that I forgot to get out. Like I said, those guys with the local agency, when they first came through, they decided they were just gonna smear all the T-posts down with a track coat, and then when I had them back down here to do their thing, that somewhere right there. Sorry, I can't do two things at one time. Anyway, when I had them back down here, I made them get the majority of them up. But you all know how that goes now. It's just a wet spot. Well, I'm gonna look this over again, and I hope I've got another tube. I think I do, and see if we can get another one installed and pump back up and get it back going. All right, so we did have another tube. Let it stretch out here a minute. So try to break this up because I don't want to talk too long at one time. Why am I worried about getting the sprayer tire fixed right now? Because I want to possibly burn down some more ground. We had some issues with the planter. Not really anything mechanical other than I had a press wheel dragging, drug up some seed. But I messed up really bad on the population rate. I didn't count it right, didn't set the gears right, looked at the chart wrong. Now, I'm nowhere near the population you guys normally plant, but I needed to be a lot more than what I ended up. So the corn spacing is going to look really weird, not counting the places that it drug up seed, and had a couple other issues. So let me get this tube in here, and we'll go back down here and hopefully get it mounted up, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the other issues that we're running into, and we'll probably go down and check out the awful looking corn. Well, I might as well just go ahead and throw it out there. I don't know how good you guys can see it on your phone, but here's where I messed up with the row marker. Lost my path and got on a line. I was actually on the other line, or the other row basically, so I messed this spacing up pretty bad. And you know, they're down towards the end, they do that, and then of course it's just like this. But I mean, it is what it is. Growing good, 9 days today. Between the crow and the deer, they've put a hurting on it already, and I see some sprigs of grass coming, so I'm probably going to regret the fire out of conventional corn, but we're going to give it the best shot. Well, I might as well just go ahead and go over here to the other side and tell you what my thoughts are, if you hadn't figured it out already. I'm blessed. I mean, never done this before. I've got corn coming up, tickled to death. Not necessarily the right population or perfect rows, but it's growing. I'm kind of hooked, and I really want to prove myself wrong. Let's go over here to the other side. Well, this little bit right here would make some decent hay, but it's really rough. I don't want to take my hay bind through there. And I didn't cut over there because it's got a lot of weeds in it. It kind of got away from me. I got a whole lot of corn seed left due to that miscalculation. I put lime over here last fall, and I about bet you that the soil test would be pretty close to what the other side was due to them coming through and putting that sewer line in. So now you know why I'm fixing the tire on the sprayer. We're going to try to plant some more corn. It's probably not the best decision in the world, but I'm bound and determined to do a little bit better than what I did over there as far as planting. And a little bit more seed time is not going to hurt anything. So I've spent worse money before on other things, so buying some extra fertilizer is not going to hurt a bit, because it'll just get me started and building this up for later on. So that's the plan, guys. I'm gonna mow me out a perimeter right here and hopefully come down here tomorrow and burn this down and get started. Due to the weather and everything around here dry, people are still planting corn, so I don't think I'm too far behind my maturity. I think I'll be okay. Well, if it was a little drier on the grass aspect, we'd go on down there and spray this afternoon, but better wait. It's supposed to be up close to 80 tomorrow, and Wednesday no chance of rain, so we'll get it sprayed tomorrow afternoon, let it start working. Showed you the corn. I'm proud of it. I'm not taking anything away from that. In 4 years in the making, like we said, to get to that point. Just a little mad at myself for not you know, going over things a little bit better. But lessons learned. It might be a blessing in disguise to have that extra seed and some extra ground. Go ahead and get some fertilizer on that. So we'll see what happens. I'll take you down here in a second, show you what I was talking about on the planter, and then we'll probably just wrap this one up as corn planting take 2. Look who's here. Yeah, he just has to eat the grass that was hidden by the bush hog, yet it's shorter and not as good as the rest of this. He's one of a kind. Well, it's pretty cool because you got a corn seed rate chart there that gives you all the different populations with the gears. That hopper there has a fertilized chart, which I don't use. This one has a soybean chart. And then here's your gear set on both shafts. Top set, bottom set. All you do is take these loose, slide them over, that drops down, take your chain out. I had to put add a link in my chain to get my population back up. So I feel 100% confident he planted everything that he did with the population that I planted this time, which was lower than what I wanted. So not going to sweat it. It is what it is at this point. We're going to give it a shot. I know how to adjust my row markers now just right. I'm going to put me something up here that I can eyeball right down the center of the Alice, and we're going to give it the best shot we can to get straighter rows, a little bit more population, and a little test run on how that tillage is going to do, fresh tillage rather. This time that side doesn't stay near as wet, and it's always grown a little bit better, so I'm interested to see what happens. Well, if any of you is new to the channel, haven't tested this out in the field yet. Bought it earlier this season, I think. 12 shank John Deere trailer style chisel plow. I had a 10 shank Taylorway in the very beginning. Regret getting rid of a chisel plow, not that one, due to the fact it was just too heavy for the 1086 without weights on the front. I'm curious to see how this one's going to pull. I may end up having to take the 2 outer shanks off just because I don't have the duals on. We'll see how it does. Might not do any good at all, but we're going to give it the best shot we can. So had to order 2 new 18-foot hydraulic lines. I got cylinder off the drill I'm going to put on here, so as soon as the burn down takes effect, we'll sink this unit in the ground and see what kind of scratching we can do. My neighbor's mowing a little bit of grass. It might get a little noisy here in a second, but we're going to call this in the video prelude to corn planting take 2. Trial by fire with me, you guys know that. I think this will work. I think it's been done numerous times. I think that's what a lot of people that still do conventional tillage do every year. Unworked ground is another situation, as far as, you know, never had a plow in it in my lifetime, but we'll see how it goes. Be interesting. If it flops, you know, I don't have to put seed in the ground. The fertilize is not going to hurt a thing over there. We'll disc it out smooth best I can and let the grass grow back up in it until next year. But anyway, enough of that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys want me to bring you along for the next round of you know, tillage. It'll be kind of different. It was before. I mean, we had already worked these fields, so this will be from start, complete fresh ground, almost like taking over a new farm. That's pretty cool. We'll see what happens anyway. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you for following on the journey with me. Really appreciate all the support. We're going to give it all we got. I don't have any regrets about the first round of planting. I'm just more mad at myself for not dotting my I's and crossing my T's. Should have paid more attention to a couple of things and might have worked out, but everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. So the Lord saw fit for me to plant the wrong population and have seed left and enough temptation and time frame to plant more. See what happens over the next couple of days. Until then, thank you.